Without a doubt, one of the best Megazord designs in all of Power Rangers has to be the Thunder Megazord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. If we are judging purely on aesthetics, it easily makes my top 3. It was also involved in some really iconic battles, and its formation sequence is just awesome. I genuinely can't believe it's taken me this long to get around about making a video on them. Anyway, if you haven't already guessed, today's video will be all about the Mighty Morphin Thunder Zords and Megazord. Let's get into it. So the Thunder Zords were an upgraded version of the original Dino Zords, possessing significantly greater strength. In combat, the Thunder Megazord wielded the Thunder Saber as its primary weapon, amplifying its power before unleashing a devastating slash to vanquish its monster. Unlike its predecessor, the sword was not summoned from the sky, but was instead kept in a scabbard attached to the Megazord's waist. In the event that the sword was stolen by a monster, the Thunder Megazord could electrify it and shock the thief, as demonstrated when Trumpet Top seized the Thunder Saber during a battle. Additionally, the Thunder Megazord had the ability to emit a mist from its hands that could be used as a weapon. So where did the Thunder Megazord actually come from? Why was it created? Well, after Lord Zedd's arrival on Earth, he summons Parantishead, who swiftly takes control of the Tyrannosaurus Dinozord and the Dragonzord, while simultaneously freezing the other Dinozords in time. As the Zords appear to be beyond saving, Zordon and Alpha 5 begin crafting a new set of Zords, the Thunder Zords, utilizing the Dinozords as blueprints and giving them the power of thunder. However, before the Rangers can access their new Zords, they must first recover their old ones from Parantishead's grasp. This is achieved after a challenging battle utilizing a signal blocker. Though Zedd ultimately destroys the Dinozords by plunging them into lava using his lightning, Zordon manages to salvage some of the wreckage and construct the Thunder Zords. After collecting their new Zords, the Rangers engage Parantishead in combat in the countryside, forming the Thunder Megazord to face the colossal monster. Parantishead attempts to seize control of the Zord but fails, resorting to using his nunchucks to battle the formation before ensnaring it in chains and electrocuting it. Nevertheless, the Thunder Megazord retaliates with a reverse charge that destroys the chain and knocks Parantishead to the ground. Enraged, the beast discards his nunchucks and declares his intention to destroy the Megazord with his bare fins. The Rangers, however, empower the Thunder Saber and obliterate Parantishead with a single powerful slash, preventing him from carrying out his final threat. The Thunder Megazord and White Tiger Zord engage in combat against Rito Revolto not long after his arrival on the moon, where he joins forces with Rita and Zedd. Although the Power Rangers initially seem to be gaining the upper hand, it soon becomes apparent that the battle is an elaborate ruse. From their lunar base, Zedd and Rita utilize their powers to transform a group of smaller monsters into massive creatures that overpower the Rangers. Despite Alpha's efforts to provide the Zords with sufficient power to defeat their colossal foes, the Zords are ultimately torn apart by a catastrophic surge of energy, resulting in their destruction. Adam asked Zordon if it was possible to bring back the Thunder Zords, but Zordon regretfully stated that no, it was not possible. The same energy surge that destroyed the Thunder Zords also damaged the Power Morphers and Power Coins, rendering them too dangerous to use due to the cracks that had been formed. As a result, the Power Rangers had to find Ninja and obtain the new Ninja Ranger powers to access the Ninja Zords, which were successors to the Thunder Zords. Later, after acquiring the Zeo powers from the Zeo Crystal, the Rangers were given new Zords. Billy mentioned that parts of the old Zords were recycled to create the Zeo Zords, but it was never really clarified whether this refers to the Thunder Zords from the MMPR era, or unused components that were repurposed to construct the new Zords. Interestingly, the Dino Zords of course reappeared in the Once and Always special, somehow completely rebuilt, so we can safely assume that the Thunder Zord transformation has now been well and truly retired, because why else would they go back to an older version if the Thunder Zord still exists? Now, with the Megazord itself covered, let's talk about the Zords that make it up. There was the Lion Thunder Zord, which was piloted by Zack and later Adam. It was created using the Mastodon as a template. Now, according to Zordon, the Lion possessed courage and strength and was designed with greater armor and defense compared to the Mastodon, but did not share the same abilities. The second Zord of the pink Mighty Morphin Ranger is the Firebird Thunder Zord. It was created using the Pterodactyl Dinozord as a template. Capable of creating an energy tornado, the Firebird was also one of the 5 components used to form the Thunder Megazord. In its transformation, it would wrap itself around the Red Dragon Thunder Zord's waist to serve as sort of a belt. It could also form the top portion of the Thunder Ultra Zord. The Unicorn Thunder Zord was fashioned from the Triceratops, serving as a more potent version of the former Zord. Billy Cranston was the pilot of the Unicorn, which had the ability to hurl massive boulders at its enemies. In both the Thunder Megazord and Mega Tigerzord transformations, the Unicorn served as the right leg. The Griffin Thunder Zord was modelled after the saber-toothed tiger Dinozord, which was piloted by Trini Kwan and Aisha Campbell. It had the ability to launch fireballs when used individually. As part of the Thunder Megazord and Mega Tigerzord, it served as the left leg. The Red Dragon Thunder Zord served as the second Zord for the Red Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Jason Lee Scott and of course Rocky DeSantos, and was the successor to the Tyrannosaurus Dinozord. The Red Dragon Thunder Zord was the first Zord in the series to possess two battle modes, Dragon and Warrior. While in Dragon mode it could breathe flames and use its claws to attack during fights, when in Warrior mode it could engage in hand-to-hand combat or use its staff, which could spin at high speeds to strike opponents. This Zord could also ride on the Thunder Zord Assault Team's chariot and the Tiger Zord in Tiger mode. It could merge with other Thunder Zords to create the Thunder Megazord, serving as the main portion of the Megazord, as the Red Dragon in Warrior mode wearing the other Zords as armour. Like the Tyrannosaurus Dinozord, the Red Dragon could battle and defeat monsters on its own. Its finishing move involved producing its spear and spinning it rapidly, which would release red sparks and could blind monsters. It could then slide forward and deliver a fatal energy slash, causing the monsters to collapse and explode. The only other thing left to talk about is the variations of the Megazord. We have the Thunder Zord Assault Team, sort of like an airborne chariot with the Red Dragon riding on top in Warrior mode. Kind of crazy, but also pretty awesome. And then the other variation would be a comic book exclusive, but it looks so cool that it has to be mentioned. The Dragon Thunder Zord. This combines with the Dragon Zord in issue 100 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and is definitely one of the best designs I've ever seen for a Zord. I would love to see this in live action. And that's pretty much it for Thunder Zords. Before I go guys, I want to mention that we are shooting our first live action video for the channel this week. Super exciting. It's only short, but it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited for it and I hope you guys are too. That concludes today's video, my friends. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you're enjoying the Power Rangers content. It really goes a long way in supporting the channel. Thanks guys, I hope you have a great day. May the power protect you, and I will see you next time on the 6th Ranger.